first time today I listened to the noise that Biggie uses to wake the housemates up, and it's crazy. When I started hearing it, I was like, what is all this rubbish? Different sounds of like different animal sounds. Then you now ring bell or you now do kukuruku. Like Jesus, if anybody uses that thing to wake me up, I will just cry. So guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a video. Just hit the bell down and you get notified each time I post an amazing video. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a very, very big thumbs up. So today being Monday, we have our new head of house and our deputy head of house, and the voting lines are also open. As always, I would like to know who you guys are voting for this week. I really like to know who you guys are voting for. Last week we had a lot of people voting for Erica, Ozo, Lakon, and so on. So this week I would like to know who it is that you guys are voting for. Ozo and Dorathy are not up for possible eviction because Ozo is the new head of house and he picked Dorathy as his deputy head of house. So they are safe for this week. From the remaining people, let me know who you guys are going to vote for. I feel like Lucy is going to leave the house this week because it doesn't look like she has a lot of fans. And last week, because of the fact that she was not up for possible eviction, there was no building of fans. She didn't build like a fan base. You know, sometimes when you're up for possible eviction, if you're not evicted, you're going to successfully build your fan base. So this week, this is the first time that people are voting for her. So I feel like she's just going to go and join her friend Katrina, because earlier on she was even crying that she misses Katrina. She's feeling bad that there's nobody for her to talk to, and maybe she'll just join her next week. Then let me go into details with this head of house gist. I initially thought that Nengi was going to win head of house because she really went far when she was playing her own turn. So I was like, how would somebody pass this high score now? Because like this is the first time I'm seeing that somebody's getting to 23 in that they are lock games and stuff. So we're just watching. The next thing also just got to the end. I was like, are you kidding me? That's like pure luck. And his reaction was priceless. He was so happy. A lot of the housemates were also happy with him because before now, when they were having their diary session, Biggie asked them, okay, who else would you like to win the head of house games apart from yourself? And most of them called Ozo's name. So I feel like they were genuinely happy with him because last week he almost got it, and then this week again he now finally got it. And this is where the issue came in. I have never been so scared of who somebody would pick as his deputy head of house. Like since the beginning of Big Brother, I've never, like my heart was just beating like, who is this boy going to pick? Let this boy not come and fold his hands. I was just saying like, this one that he's doing as if he's confused between Nengi and Dora. If he doesn't pick Dora, or if he picks Nengi, it's going to be like crazy. I was just waiting. I couldn't even do anything. I was just waiting like, who is this guy going to pick? Because earlier on when he was having his diary session, the person he picked that he would like to be head of house apart from himself was Dora and Eric. So he said Dora because he doesn't want her to like be in that position where her mind will just be up again. You know, the tension that comes with being up for possible eviction, that he wouldn't want to see her in that position again. So I just felt like, okay, then it's certain that he's going to pick Dora to be his deputy. So we're just waiting. I'm not the only one that's waiting. A lot of people on Twitter, they're just waiting that if others should try rubbish, it's going to be crazy. And for me, it's not because I dislike Nengi or anything. I don't have a problem with Nengi. But in this game, you have to think of who your priority is and where your loyalties lie. Every time he's always saying that, okay, Dorathy is his favorite person in the house, Dorathy is his favorite person in the house. And with Nengi, it's always very shaky. It's almost like Nengi is not even seeing him as her number one. So why would he now want to put himself in that position to now choose Nengi as his number one when he has Dorathy there that values the friendship and stuff? So I was just like, if this boy does any nonsense, like I said, I'm not going to dislike anybody or unstand anybody. I'll just treat all the housemates equally so that I'll not come here and be biased and stuff. But if also had tried any rubbish today, we would have had big problem, like serious problem. I'll just say this guy is not it at all. This Nengi is the same person that, you know, moved on from you guys, whatever you guys had, and she's now with somebody else. So allow her, just free the babe, because the fact that he keeps chasing, although I know that there are a lot of things that are influencing this whole chasing Kini, because this night Neil mentioned something again. You know, I told you guys in my last video that Nengi entered the bathroom while Ozo was there. Although she said he was not naked, neither was he fully clothed. And that was when Prince was questioning her. But Neo said it again today. That is as if that's what she did this morning. I mean, that's what she did this morning. She got into the bathroom when he was there. So there are a lot of things that are happening behind the scene that we are obviously not seeing. So I don't know, maybe that one would have just, you know, turned his head and stuff. But I really don't know what Nengi's plans are. I like the babe. I like the fact that she's focused on her game and stuff. But sometimes she's confusing. She confuses me. I don't know if she's confusing, but sometimes she's confusing. Like, you just have to, if you're sticking to this thing, sticking to this person, just stick to this. If this game of trying to play with this person and play with this person might hurt her later on in the game, but the major thing I like about her is that she's focused and she's usually serious with all the arena games and every other task that they give them in the house. But when it comes to who also should pick, it has to be Dora. Like, it really has to be Dora, because Dora has been there for him since, and she has received a lot of insults on top of this boy's head. Neo, on the other hand, has been feeding Nengi and also with, in fact, he has just been feeding everybody in the house with nonsense that I don't understand. I'm going to address Neo's matter later. Then today I saw Nengi part her hair. She carried her natural hair. I think she loosened her hair yesterday. She was her natural hair today, and it was looking like so beautiful. She has like really nice hair. Okay, she's half caste, so obviously most of the people that are half caste, they usually have that hair. I was just looking at the hair like, why did this babe, carry her natural hair since? Like, I feel like this is the hair that fits her the most among like all the other wigs and things that has been. This one, she just looks like a pretty baby and stuff. So I just saw her today. I was like, this is really nice. Should have done it since now. Then there's something that also did this night that was so annoying. After he has finished making his decision to pick Dorathy as his deputy head of house, she now went to start begging Nengi. And I'm like, why are you making this decision seem like it's worthless? Because it doesn't make sense to come openly say that, okay, this is the person. Saying that this is the person means that, okay, this is the person that is more important to you in this house. Then you're not going to now tell Nengi, oh, I still care about you. That's what he was telling her. Fine and good. Let's say you still care about her. This is not the night to say it, because for you to go and say it to her now, it means that what you're trying to say is that, I would have picked you, but maybe I just had to pick Dora because I don't want her to feel bad. That's the way it sounded to me. Because why does it have to be this night that you're going back to tell her, I still care about you, even though he knows that, okay, she might be feeling bad about his decision? Because before now she was so confident that he was going to pick her. Even in her diary session, she said she would like, apart from herself, she would like Prince also to be the deputy, to win head of house, because she feels like they're going to pick her. So she was already confident. So maybe she might have been feeling bad. Fine and good, it's okay for her to feel bad, but he made the decision. The idea that he's always trying to do like over peacemaker stuff is becoming so annoying, because it's disrespectful to Dora that he picked. What's the point of picking Dora if you're still feeling like, oh, it should have been this person? You should have just picked Nengi now. Let Dora's fans vote for her. Let's now know where your loyalties lie. You cannot be confusing people like that. So I feel like that move was very annoying. Then Neo has a strong role to play in all of this, because what he has been telling Ozo and also telling Nengi is what I don't understand. Russia, this evening he came to the room where Dorathy and Ozo were, and he was like trying to ginger. No, it was just Dorathy that was in the room. So he came to speak to Dorathy about the way she treats her friendship with Ozo, like advising her against treating Ozo like in a bad way, and respecting Ozo's decisions. That's basically that's a summary of the discussion. But guys, I'm going to give you a breakdown and a summary of what they said, because I usually like type it down, so I'm going to read it out for you guys. So when they took us to the room when Neo and Dorathy were discussing, this is what Neo said to Dora: sometimes you are misunderstanding the friendship. He values you as a best friend, but now you don't want to act like a best friend. Then I think they said so many other things before this line I'm about to read now. I think this is where Ozo came into the picture, and Neo now brought him that, okay, since we are talking about this issue, let us all talk. And this time around, Dorathy was now talking to Ozo. So I think they were talking about the fact that, okay, they know that if they have picked Nengi, Dorathy will feel some kind of way, So she now said, this would be like the second time that you'll be publicly picking her over me. I don't have a problem with what you have with her, but I feel like she's not being sincere and she's playing games. Get it straight or don't get it at all. As she was advising also, like, that's her own problem with this whole matter. It's not as if she's saying that she doesn't like what they have or she has a problem with it, but she feels like Nengi is playing games with him, and obviously he's the one that's been to hurt, and she should just be standing in as a friend. Then she now told Neo they just need to decide whatever they are doing or not. I feel like we almost got really close. That's referring to herself and Nengi. I feel like we almost got really close, if not for all this. But I don't like her kind of game. I don't like that kind of life. Like, if you're straight, be straight. If you're like, she just said she doesn't like her kind of game. Then she now said, if I'm a good friend looking out for you, I need to understand that what he's doing is okay. Today he wants to talk to her, tomorrow he doesn't want to talk to her, then he's hanging around me, tomorrow he's hanging around her, he's nowhere to be found. Then Neo now told her that there's so much interference between both of you. That's Ozo and Dorathy. I think he's trying to refer to the fact that, okay, Dorathy has some other friends that are causing havoc like causing problems in the friendship between Ozo and Dorathy. So Dorathy now asks Ozo, right now, what do you want to do? A very, very important question. What is it that you want to do? You can't come and be telling me this now and tomorrow you're telling me that. I told you guys in my last video that what Ozo has to tell Dorathy is not the same thing to tell Neo. Apparently he goes to tell Neo that he still feels for Nengi, I still likes Nengi. Then he now goes to tell Dorathy that, oh, he's done, he doesn't want to be in any triangle. So she's like, okay, right now, what do you want? Then Ozo was now saying that, oh, I and Nengi will still talk and all. He was not even still being very straightforward. She now told Ozo, whatever you decide though, I got you. She now told Neo, sometimes I feel like he's not certain. Ozo now said, I was certain until the concentration game. Like, concentration game is what mainly caused this problem. The Dorathy was not saying, okay, it's still that same concentration game that caused all these issues. Now you had an issue with this person because of the concentration game and because of a particular person, that is Prince, and then all of a sudden you now decide not to, or maybe you are carrying face for the person and the person now goes ahead to be with that person that caused problem for you guys. So basically what she's trying to say that Nengi had an issue with Ozo because of Prince, then Ozo was now like trying to carry face. Obviously some people just carry face, then Nengi now still went ahead to be with the prince. So for her, for Dorathy, she feels like it doesn't really make sense, but whatever I want to do, what can she do now? If she does not support, to now be as if she's pained about the whole thing. Some people are seeing it like Dorathy is speaking from a place of jealousy, or maybe because she has feelings for him and stuff. I don't know where this assumption is coming from, but for me, I'm not seeing her actions as, you know, looking at it from a place of jealousy. Even if Ozo was a lady, she'll still act that way. All of us, like, if you have a friend that has something to do with another guy, or let's say now I'm a babe like this, I have my friend, a girl that has something to do with a guy that I know that is clearly not serious with her, I'll definitely advise her against the person, and I'll be angry if she comes to tell me, oh, I'm done with this guy. Then we agree that this is what you should do, you need to stay away. Then I now see her with that same guy again, we'll have problems. I'll be like, why are you, like, if I don't even come back to tell me anything about the guy again, if you know that if I tell you something you will not listen to me, you still go back to the same person and be doing back and forth. So it's only a normal reaction from Dorathy's angle. I'm not seeing it from a place of like jealousy and stuff. I feel like she's just looking out for him as a friend. That's what every friend will do. If that's not what you do for your friend, I don't know. I don't know what's up with you guys' friendship, but yeah. So this discussion now ended. They now went to the head of house room, and Dorathy and also now completed the conversation that they were having. Dorathy now said, literally, me, I'm just looking out for you. I feel like they feel like there's some kind of feelings, and I'm like, no, that's not what it is. That she was clearing the idea of the fact that people are assuming, even have Katrina that was close to her was just assuming that, oh, maybe because she's feeling something for him. So she was clearing him that it has nothing to do with feelings, that, you know, she feels like other people are looking at it like because she feels for him and stuff, but for her, she's just looking out for him as a friend. So she was just clearing that one, Then also was now telling her that, oh, for him, he has never really seen it that way, this, that, but he was just saying things, So they just went ahead, said some other things and concluded the discussion. What do you guys think about this triangle, shenanigan, whatever it is? What do you think about it? Meanwhile, when Ozo went to meet Nengi after the stuff and was apologizing to Nengi was like, she's fine, she's good. Like, there's no need for you to come and be apologizing to me. My stay in the house does not depend on anybody. I'm not here to depend on anybody for a long stay in the house. So she's fine, she's good. I'm like, okay, that's confidence. That's what they call confidence. So like, I'm not depending on anybody. My pain is just that I did not work hard enough to win. So, you know, that's just what she said. Also was still feeling bad, he now left. Then Neo now went to settle quarrel between Watoni and Tolani Bat. I don't understand when Neo became a relationship advocate or friendship settling problem advocate. Before, it used to be Brighto that used to come and tell this one this, tell that one this, but Neo is now the one that's taking the space of bringing two people together. So he spoke to Watoni about the issue she has with Tolani Bad. Watoni told him what the problem is. He now carried it and went to tell Tolani Bad that this is what Watoni said, that Watoni is feeling somehow, she should talk to her, and so it just sounded so weird. I'm like, what's up with Neo? Maybe he's trying to form alliances in the house, like, okay, if I talk to this person, if I have like a close conversation, hard conversation with this person, the person will like pick me when it's time. Then he also now started advising Ozo that he needs to speak to Nengi and explain to her that it was just in a dilemma, that's why he didn't pick her and stuff. That, like, he was just saying things. I'm like, what kind of advice is this guy giving Also, so this is just him advising also. If also takes the advice, then I'll know that he's not serious. Then housemates, they were given a task, or like to act, speak, I'll be saying act like olden days, I'll be 90s, to present today presentation based on the 90s and stuff. I can't really remember how it was presented to them, but Trikiti is the one in charge of it because he's a director, so he's directing the whole play. So that's like for their task today. They're mainly working on their task for today. So they also had their diary sessions today, and I said I was not going to be bringing diary session gist for you guys. There are still plenty as far as I'm concerned. 18 is still plenty. Maybe when they are like 15, or when there's hot gist from diary session, I'll not come and give you guys that gist. So let me know who you chose. I mean, let me know who you are voting for. I would like to like vote for somebody that you're voting for. Let me know if you want me to vote for any housemate. Just shall let me know, because I'm not voting for any housemate. Anybody that wants to go should go. Like, I just decided, if I decide to start voting, I'll start like liking one housemate more than the other, or I don't know. I just don't want to be in that position. If there's anybody you want me to vote, just let me know. Maybe the last week I'm just going to vote for among the final 5. But for now, if you have anybody you want me to vote, just let me know in the comment section. I'm going to put in the vote for you guys. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye. Love you.